I'll try to motivate our students to start speaking in English. We
Okay.
have two subjects in the whole of their studies. Yeah, for English, basic English, and then for the advanced English. So I hope they will be active during the Q&A sessions. Yeah, with you.
Okay, fine. Because then I will adjust my session accordingly. I will go a bit slowly so that the students
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. That will be better. Yeah.
Right, right. Thank you. I'll be back in 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, doctor.
Hi, nice to meet you again.
I
Hello.
too happy to see you again.
Yeah. How are you, Dr. Kirti?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine too. Alhamdulillah. Okay. So, just the four of us.
Yeah. Only
I'll,
official people. Only official people.
oh, okay. I'll call my our lecturer. Yeah.
Where are you now? Are you working from home?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
working from home.
Okay. Yeah. I just spoke with Dr. Kirti. The number cases of COVID-19 in your country is getting worse. Yeah. I heard
Yeah.
yesterday there were like a 400,000 new cases in your country.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So COVID is nightmare, yeah, for us.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's like we have to stay at home only. We cannot go out. The
Yeah.
entire India is locked at home. Entire
Okay.
country. Only the essential services are functioning outside. Otherwise,
Okay.
everybody is inside.
Okay.
It's very important to keep yourself and our families safe, to be in house all the time.
Yeah. 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 Even when we already had like our vaccines, yeah, we
Mhm.
still have to alert for this pandemic.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, what is the
Have you get your
vaccination
vaccine?
scene in Indonesia?
Sorry.
What is the vaccination scene in Indonesia? The population has been vaccinated.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, until last week, we already had like 10 million people got their shot.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, it's far away from our populations because our populations is more than 270 million. So
Okay.
yeah, we're still running for the vaccinations. What about in India? In India itself, I heard you already had your first shot, right?
Yeah, yeah. All of us probably above whoever are above the age of 45, they have had their first shot of
Okay.
vaccine.
Yeah. Okay. Dia berapa? 46. So we're still waiting for the students and the other participants for 2 or 3 minutes. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We already made you as a co-host, so you can share by yourself your
Right.
presentations materials. Okay.
Yes, yes, sure. Thank you.
Hello, Dr. Makarand. How are you?
Sir, Dr.
Yes, yes.
Octavina.
I am absolutely fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, doctor.
It's nice to see you again.
Yes, okay, nice to see you again too. I would like to introduce our head of department, Magister Communication Department for postgraduate.
Mhm.
Already with us, Dr. Aminah Swarnawati. Bu Aminah, silakan menyapa Dr. Makarand.
Hello, Dr.
Hello.
Makarand, Joshi. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Yeah.
Dr. Amina used to be my lecturer during my
And
undergraduate.
my lecturer.
Long time ago.
Oh, great.
I adore her.
Ah,
And now we are colleague.
right, right, right.
Maybe
Right.
after the session from ADYPU, then for our session, then lecturers comes from postgraduate lecturer, and maybe Dr. Aminah will take for their her lecturer to had a presentation too for the next session after from India.
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay.
Okay, it's already 71 participants. So I think we'd better start our session. Dr. Makarand, let's the other joining. Yeah.
Yes, students
Okay.
will join in gradually. We should start, I think.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon from Indonesia. Good morning in India. Thank you again for joining our today's sessions. Yeah, after having the first batch from lecturers from University of Muhammadiyah Jakarta, and now we are entering the second batch from Ajinkya Patil University. Yeah, let's start our sessions by saying basmalah all together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yeah. First of all, we'd like to thank for Dr. Makarand Joshi, Dr. Kirti Langgani, and students from Ajinkya Patil University who are also joining for these sessions. And then, of course, from Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta students and then lecturers. Dr. Octaviana Purnamasari already introduced our head of Magister Department, Dr. Aminah Swarnawati. Beside Dr. Aminah Swarnawati, there are also lecturers from our undergraduate programs. And then Dr. Makarand, I'd like to inform you, starting from today, there will be different moderator for the next sessions until 7 May. Yeah, there will be lecturers from three majors under our departments. Yeah, public relations, advertisings, and then broadcastings. Here we also have the Miss Shifa for tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, and then Miss Falda, I believe she's already joining also for the 5th May, and then Miss Isti. Yeah, Miss Isti will be the moderator for the 6th May, and then last Mr. Agus Hermanto. So, like we did before in our first batch, there will be presentation from Dr. Makarand Joshi. It will be like a 30 minutes presentations, and then it will be followed by Q&A sessions, yeah, from the participants. Before Dr. Makarand Joshi deliver his presentation, I'd like to read his brief profile. Dr. Makarand Joshi has earned his MBA and PhD in strategic marketing, and he is a senior management professional with an illustrious career track record which consisted of successful industry experience of over 15 years and 10 years of experience in management educations. He has worked in multiple domains, including sales, marketing, and business development. He also holds experience in providing professional consultations to small business and delivers entrepreneurial mentoring. He has successfully handled corporate relations for academic institutes. He has published many research papers and articles on various aspects of management. Okay, participants, please welcome Dr. Makarand Joshi.
Yeah, thank you, sir. All the distinguished faculty members from Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta. Dr. Amin, thank you so much for the introduction part of it. It was wonderful. And my faculty colleagues from Ajinkya DY Patil University, my students from Ajinkya DY Patil University, and all my young friends from Indonesia. I wish you all a good afternoon in Indonesia and a good morning in India. That was a nice saying by Dr. Amin. I'll really like this. So for all my young friends in Indonesia, we will make it as an interactive session rather than, me only speaking and you listening. So instead, I would like you to participate in the discussion and ask me questions or stop me if you don't understand anything and ask it then and there only. So I start sharing my presentation. So I hope you all can see this presentation.
Yes, Dr. Makarand.
Okay. So my question to all my young friends in Indonesia, what all you can see in this slide? Can someone tell me, what do you see in this slide?
Okay, students, please answer Dr. Makarand Joshi's questions. Or maybe lecturers from FISIP-UMJ, please.
Yeah, you have to participate because unless you participate, you will not understand what I'm going to say. All of you have to participate. And the faculty members from UMJ should help their students. If my English is very fast for them to understand.
Yeah, you can answer through chat room as well. You can write it down your answer. So from my point of view, is it like a marketing promotional products?
Okay. Okay. So we see products, we see promotions.
Yeah. Oh, the advertisement, the product.
Yeah, there are advertisements. Yes.
Bollywood actors and many brands.
Yeah, Bollywood actors, many brands. What else?
I see my mom's idol, Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah, brand ambassadors, Amitabh Bachchan. Then you have the famous cricketer Sachin Tendulkar. Then you have another Bollywood actors like Amir Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, Aishwarya Rai, and so on.
Yeah.
Then you see all the famous brands that are available in India. They are Indian brands as well as multinational brands. Like we have Pepsi, Bonvita, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Amul, LG TV, Titan watches, and so on. So, and then you have Hyundai, a South Korean brand. So these are all brands, brand ambassadors, advertisements, promotions, products. What else? I believe most of the students belong to the communication department, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you think of marketing communication, the first thing we should know is what is marketing? Well, the most important thing in this picture is something that is at the center of the slide. This is the most important picture, which is a customer. She is a customer with her shopping bags. So this is the most important picture in this entire slide. Whatever all others are doing, the brands, the brand ambassadors, the promotions, the products, Everything is meant for them only. Everything is meant for them only. So in marketing, customer is at the center stage. Customer is at the center stage. Everything that happens in marketing, it should be focused towards the customer. Because without this customer, there is no point in doing any of these other activities. So the students of communication department who will be mostly doing marketing communications, maybe you will be working in advertising, you will be working in promotions, you will be working with other marketing communication agencies. You all have to always keep in mind that the person at the center of this slide, who is a customer, is the most important person. If you are into mass media, journalism, then probably the reader of your material, if you write an article, then who's the most important person? The reader of that article. So the reader is your customer. If you are working for a newspaper, then the reader is your customer. If you are working for a TV channel, then the viewer of the TV channel is your customer. So whatever you do in communication, the focus should be entirely on the customer. So marketing is all about customers. It is not about the products. It is not about the brands. It is not about the promotions. It is all about the customer. Whatever happens in marketing is only for the customer. This one point we have to keep in mind before we go ahead with the concept of marketing myopia. So what does the concept of marketing says? The first is consumer orientation, that everything happening in any business activity, it should be oriented towards the consumer or a customer. Whether you are in media, whether you are in products, whether you are in service industry, or whichever industry you talk about, everything must be oriented towards the consumer only. The second concept in marketing is that of long-term profitability. That you should always focus on long-term profitability, not short-term gains. Marketing always talks about long-term profitability. That is why you see many companies, they are surviving in the world for hundreds of years. For hundreds of years, they are here in this world. So, because all these companies focused on long-term profitability. There are some companies which were once upon a time leaders in the industry, but after some times they vanished from the scene because either they were not customer oriented or they did not focus on long-term profitability. The third concept in marketing is that of functional integration. Functional integration means all the functions in marketing should be weaved together in a way that together the business as a function operates only for the benefit of the customer. So what we are saying, that all the functions in any business activity, be it finance, be it communication, be it human resource management, or any other function. All the functions should be integrated and they should be weaved together to form a fabric of any business. And such a business with integrated functions, such a fabric of integrated functions is very, very strong. And such businesses which have a very strong fabric of functional integration, they survive for long term. They survive for hundreds of years. And you see many companies, you might be having some companies in Indonesia, which are very, very old companies, still doing very well. You might be having some companies in Indonesia, which were good at some point of time, very good, probably the market leaders, but then suddenly vanished. Such companies vanished because they did not follow the marketing concept. So what happens if you don't follow the marketing concepts? If the companies do not follow the marketing concept, what happens? They suffer from marketing myopia. They suffer from marketing myopia. Myopia is actually referred to as an eye disorder, disorder of your eyes, wherein you cannot see things which are farther. In simple language, if you suffer from myopia, you lack a long vision. So there is no long-term vision for companies if they suffer from marketing myopia. So it is very important that companies should have a long-term vision and not suffer from marketing myopia. Now, why do companies suffer? I'm talking about big companies, good companies, companies which have been leaders in their segment for years together. Suddenly they vanish. The latest example, if you see Nokia, you all might have heard about the brand Nokia. Nokia was a world leader in mobile handset category for a long, long time. But suddenly, Samsung came up with a touch screen technology and Nokia vanished. Today, nobody buys a Nokia phone. Everybody buys either MI or Apple or Samsung phones. Nokia phones are not seen in the market. So what went wrong with Nokia? What went wrong with Nokia? There are 4 self-deceiving conditions which fools the companies or the managers which are working in those companies. And this happens to the leading companies, all the leaders in the industry. This happens. There are 4 self-deceiving conditions wherein the companies believe that they are in a growth industry, whereas actually they are not. So the first condition is expanding and more affluent population. Where if the population of the country is growing and the economy is also developing, naturally there will be more demand for the product. So the companies think that they are doing well. Actually, the companies are not doing well. It is only because of the expanding and affluent population that their sales are increasing. So companies are doing as if they are doing. Second, self-deceiving condition, that there are no competitive substitutes. So when there are no competitive substitutes, there is no competition, like it happened in case of Nokia at one point of time. There was absolutely no competition to Nokia. Nokia was the world leader. And because there was no competitive substitute, people were forced to buy a Nokia phone because they did not have any choice. This was the market condition. This was the market structure at some point of time. Now, because there was no competitive substitutes, people were forced to buy Nokia phones. And the company thought that people are loyal to Nokia phones. People are very, very brand loyal. Whereas the customers were not brand loyal to Nokia. It's just that they did not have any other option at that point of view. Whenever the option came, a better option came in terms of Samsung's touchscreen technology phones, people immediately shifted to Samsung. So Nokia did not have any brand loyalty. It did not enjoy any brand loyalty. It's just that the customers did not have any competitive substitutes. The third self-deceiving condition, a mass production leading to declining unit cost. As students of business and economics, we all are aware of the economic phenomena of economy of scale. When a company enjoys the phenomena of economy of scale, its fixed costs remain fixed and only the variable cost changes. And because of this, the cost of production per unit comes down. When the cost of production per unit declines, the profits of the company increases. So when does mass production happen? When there is a huge sales, when sales are huge in numbers. Because when sales are huge, the production is also in huge quantities. When the production is in huge quantities, the companies enjoy the phenomena of economy of scale. When the companies enjoy the phenomena of economy of scale, the cost per unit of production comes down. When the cost per unit of production comes down, the profits of the company increase. When the profits of the companies increase, they believe that they are in a growth industry. Actually, they are not in a growth industry. But because there is no competitive substitute, the sales are huge, people don't have any options. So because the sales are huge, the production is also huge in huge quantities. Because of this, the companies enjoy the phenomena of economy of scale, which declines the cost per unit and increases the profit of the company. This is the third self-deceiving condition that leads companies to marketing myopia. Same thing happened with Nokia. Demand for Nokia was huge, so production was huge. So Nokia enjoyed the phenomena of economy of scale. The cost of production was reduced, hence the profits of the company increased, and the company thought that they are doing really well, whereas in reality, they were not doing so well. The fourth self-deceiving conditions, that is preoccupation with the product. So Nokia was preoccupied with their handsets. They thought that they are the best in the industry, they are the best in the world, and they will always remain the best. They undermined the competition. They did not invest in research and development to come up with a better device. They did not do anything. They were only interested in bringing in different models of handsets in the market with slight changes without any radical change in the handset. But the technology was developing very, very fast at that time. And there were many other companies which had invested in research and development, whereas Nokia did not do that. So Nokia thought that people will keep on buying, people are brand loyal, and they are the best in the industry. That's what Nokia thought always. But actually, they were not. They were suffering from marketing myopia. So when Nokia was busy in manufacturing and marketing their handsets, mobile handsets, there was this South Korean company called Samsung who had invested huge amount of money in research and development. And they came up with a touch screen technology phones. And the rest is history. People just stopped buying Nokia phones. A world leader crashed in less than 1 year. A world leader in mobile phone categories crashed in less than 1 year. So what actually went wrong with Nokia? That is my question. What actually went wrong with Nokia? Any answer? What actually went wrong with Nokia? Aditya Perdanaraya. Aditya Perdanaraya. Are you here? Speak to me.
Okay, Aditya. Please answer Dr. Makarand Joshi's questions. What's wrong with Nokia? Okay, I invite other participants who wants to answer Dr. Makarand.
Anybody can.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody can come on the screen and speak to me. It's okay, whatever you speak. Lukman.
Lukman. Okay, please answer in Bahasa. I will translate it for Dr. Makarand Joshi. Okay, bisa jawab.
Lukman, are you?
Yeah.
Lukman, Aditya, are you here? They feel shy to speak, I think. Okay, fine. No problem. Nabila, are you here? Ridwan, Nabila, Amina, Nandi, Priya, Delia, Nurul. Are you listening to me? Elma, Disa. Okay, fine.
Oh, there's an answer from Miss Siva. The quality technology is lost from Apple. The arrogance of manager, maybe.
Right, very true. It's actually an arrogance. It's actually an arrogance on part of the managers of the company. They are feeling that they are the best, whereas in reality, they are not the best. Because the environment is changing very, very fast. Like when Nokia was busy selling their handsets, Samsung was investing in research and development. Nokia never thought that some company can come up with a better phone and dislodge them. But it happened. This has happened to many companies in the world. Many companies who once upon a time were market leaders don't exist today. In India, we see HMT. It was a wristwatch company, HMT, leader in the industry. Then in car segment, we had Ambassador, which is not seen nowadays. In Indonesia also, you can think about companies which were very good, very leaders, market leaders at some point of time, but suddenly they vanished from the scene because they suffered from marketing myopia.
Yeah. Dr. Makarand, can I ask you questions?
Please.
Yeah. For Nokia itself, I heard that the handset sales is only donate a small business for the communication technology company. Is it true? So I thought maybe Nokia only focus on selling for their handsets products. Then they forgot about the big business in the communication technology industry.
Yes. They focused, they became product centric. They have two businesses. One is the handsets, mobile handsets, and the other is telecommunications infrastructure. They are still doing pretty well in telecom infrastructure segment. But in handset product, which is a B2C, business to consumer product, they have suffered miserably. In B2B segment, that is business to business segment, that is providing telecom infrastructure, they are still doing pretty well in that. And that is the reason the company is still surviving. Otherwise, the company would have closed by now. Now, my question is, how will you avoid marketing myopia? How do you avoid being trapped in these four self-deceiving conditions and suffer from marketing myopia? Look at the business. The answer is look at the business from customer's point of view, not from company's point of view. Have a customer-centric definition of your business and not a product-centric definition of your business. That's very, very important. So how do you define your business? The business should be defined from the customer's point of view. Say, for example, Nokia. Now, for Nokia, it was a handset, mobile handset. But for a customer, it was just a communication device, or it is still just a communication device. A better device comes in the market, and customers will shift to that device. Imagine I wear this spec. Imagine the technology develops, I wear these specs. Now, one end of these specs at this end, which can act as speakers. And then I have something over here which can act as a mic. And this spec, if they work as a mobile phone, technology can make it happen. That I may not need a separate handset like this. My specs can work as a mobile phone. I may not need to dial anything, the search for someone's number. I would just say that I want to speak to Dr. Amin Shabana. And with artificial intelligence and machine learning, this communication device, this will become a communication device. This will double up as a communication device, and it will make a call to Amin Shabana. If I have to convert this device into, say, a visible screen, now I have a glass over here which is see-through. I can see from this glass. And tomorrow a technology comes wherein I can convert these glasses into a screen. Why would I need a handset like this? I will not need this. I don't like to carry this. This is too heavy. And I have to keep it safe all the time. But if this doubles up as a mobile phone, and if some company comes up like this, who will buy this? Nobody will buy this. That's how technology is developing very fast. And that's how the companies need to be very, very sensitive to the environment. Nowadays, you see that due to the crisis in the Gulf, the fuel prices are increasing in India. I don't know what is the case in Indonesia, but in India, the prices of petrol and diesel are very high. And people are looking for an option. So we have electric vehicles coming in. So tomorrow, if we have more and more electric vehicles, what will happen to the existing automobile companies like Honda, Toyota, Maruti, Bajaj? We have so many automobile companies in India, so many multinational companies in India. What will happen to them when everybody adopts electric vehicles? Because the fuel prices in India are very, very high. Petrol prices are very high. So international politics keeps on changing. It keeps on affecting us directly. So we need to be very sensitive to the environment as to what is happening around us, because anything happens anywhere in the world, it affects us directly or indirectly. Because if something happens in the Gulf countries, say a war between Iraq and Iran, or a war between America and Iraq, it affects the petrol supply from the Gulf countries to a country like India. And the prices increase, it increases the prices of all other commodities because everything needs transportation. Everything needs transportation. So when transportation becomes expensive, every other thing that we are consuming becomes expensive. So we need to understand that whatever is happening around the world, we need to be very, very sensitive to that. Because opportunities and threats, they lie in the environment. And if you are not able to spot the opportunities in the environment, and if you are not able to guard yourself against the threats that are there in the environment, then your company will lose. Take a current case of, say, this coronavirus pandemic. Now, because of this pandemic has served as a business opportunity for many industries, and it has become a huge threat for many industries. So the companies need to be very sensitive to the environment. Whatever changes are happening in the environment that can directly affect the businesses of the companies, because it will reflect on the changing tastes and preferences of the customers. Secondly, the companies need to be very, very sensitive to the customers, because customers, their tastes and preferences are not static. They are very dynamic. It keeps on changing. Today I might like something, but tomorrow I might not like the same thing to consume. I would look for something else. So customers are very, very dynamic. If companies are not sensitive to the changing tastes and preferences of the customers, in that case, they are going to lose. Same thing happened with Nokia. They were insensitive to the environment. They never thought, they were not knowing that the technology is growing so fast that the touch screen technology will come into the picture. They were not knowing that customers need something better. a better camera in a handset, probably. Now, so many things. A mobile phone we can operate almost like a computer, thanks to Samsung, because the technology that they brought in of a touch screen. We can use it like a computer. Many more features might be added to that in future. But Nokia was insensitive, so it suffered. So define the business always from the customer's point of view, not from the company's point of view. Like Nokia should have defined their business as if they are into manufacturing and marketing of communication devices. Had they defined their business as if they are into marketing and manufacturing of communication devices, they would have definitely invested much more on research and development and come up with a better product before Samsung did. But they were preoccupied with their mobile phones, the existing models of mobile phones, and they thought that they are the best. That was not the case. So now here is an exercise for the students as to how will you define a business. Imagine, keep in mind that you have to define the business from the customer's point of view, not from the company's point of view. That means you need to have a customer-centric definition of business, not a company-centric definition of business. So imagine if you are working in a company and the company has a certain business, how will you define the business of that company? So I give you first, what is the business of a bank? A bank. This is my question to you. What is the business of a bank? Everybody goes to bank, we put money over there, we deposit our money in the bank, and then we take loans from the bank. So what is the business of a bank? Try to define from the customer's point of view, or that means from your own point of view. Why do you go to a bank? That is number one. Number two, what is the business of an insurance company? What is the business of an insurance company? What do insurance company actually do? Why do you buy an insurance policy? What is the business of an automobile company? Please try to answer this. Why do people buy automobiles? What the company makes, whether it's a car or a two-wheeler, that is different. But why do people buy an automobile? Try to answer that. Try to define from that point of view. Imagine there is a drilling machine company. Now these electricians and carpenters, they use drilling machines to make a hole in the wall. You all know that. So what is the business of a drilling machine company? Is it to make a drilling machine, or is it to make a hole? What is the business of a drilling machine company? If you want to define the business from the customer's point of view, I will say the business of a drilling machine company is to make holes and not to make drilling machines. Because if the company defines its business as if they are into a business of making holes, they will invest in research and development and work on finding better and better ways of making holes. And if the company defines its business from the point of view, I mean, if they have a product-centric definition, if they think that they are into making, manufacturing and marketing drilling machines, in that case, there will probably tomorrow, there will be a gun from China wherein you just feed in that I want a 2 mm hole with 2 mm diameter, 1 centimeter in length, and you just shoot at the wall and the hole happens. Then who will buy the drilling machine? Nobody. Then we will say that the drilling machine company suffers from marketing myopia.
Okay, Dr. Joshi, sorry for interrupting you. It's already 1:54 in Indonesia. So
Yeah.
is it okay if I give you 2 or 3 minutes live and then we start by Q&A sessions?
I am through with my session with this last example of drilling machine company. I have given a small example as to how to define a business.
Okay.
So a drilling machine company makes holes. The drilling machine makes holes. The customers buy a drilling machine to make a hole. Suppose there is a toothbrush company. What is their business? Their business is to clean the teeth, not to make toothbrush. So now I'm ready to answer questions. So we can start the Q&A session.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Makarand Joshi. It was really very insightful presentations. Participants, I'd like to invite you to share your questions. I see some from the chat room, Dr. Makarand Joshi. So we start reading from the chat room. From Aditya Perdana Raya, he wrote that Xiaomi company use productions and unit cost reduction to reach a wide variety of consumers. Is that the best strategy for doing business in today's modern era?
Well, it entirely depends on what customers you are targeting, what type of customers you are targeting. Like what Xiaomi did is they have models in all price ranges, and they are actually targeting multiple segments. Like if you consider, say, Apple iPhones, they target only the top end segments. Their phones are very expensive. But if you consider Xiaomi as a company brand, they have phones for multiple market segments. So whether it is a best strategy or not, that I cannot say, but it is certainly working for the company, for this company. And what happens, because if you target multiple segment, naturally the cost is high, the production is high, and hence you can reduce the unit cost by achieving economy of scale. So this is one of the strategies, Aditya. We cannot say it is the best strategy. Best strategy only you can devise for your company. But what Xiaomi has done, it is best for them. It may not be best for everybody. So you have to devise your own strategy.
Okay.
So there's another question.
Yeah,
Does marketing myopia only happen in a mature brand or market leader brand, just like Nokia? Yes. Marketing myopia, Octaviana ma'am, the marketing myopia always happened to the leaders in the industry, to the mature brands, and it always happens to the leaders in the industry. Because whenever a competition comes, it is only the leaders who lose, because others don't have anything to lose. The leader only has something to lose, something or everything to lose. So marketing myopia happens only with mature brands and market leaders. The next is, in this pandemic, what are your suggestions for brand to get off from marketing myopia during COVID-19 pandemic? When I discussed marketing myopia, and if you remember, I talked about long-term profitability. So when you are devising marketing strategies, they are for long terms. There can be some hiccups like this pandemic, but this is very temporary. Maybe in a year or two, it will go away. That should not affect the overall strategy of any company. Of course, the companies will suffer losses. That is okay. And big companies, mature brands, leaders, they do understand that this is a part of business cycle. Companies who are there in business for long time, they understand that this is a part of business cycle. They also know that good times come and go and bad times also come and go. So there should not be any significant change in strategy of such mature brands just because of pandemic is there.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Makarand Joshi. I have some questions from the students connecting to my handphones. One, you said earlier that the company must understand about customers' perspective. How
Right.
do we understand consumers and buyers to avoid the marketing myopia?
Will you please repeat the question?
How do we understand the
Yeah.
customers and buyers' journey to avoid marketing myopia?
You have to be sensitive to the environment, because when the environment changes, the customer's taste and preferences also change. Like I said, if there is a war between America and Iraq, the fuel becomes expensive. When the fuel becomes expensive, then me as a customer, I will start looking for an alternative. So that alternative is an electric vehicle. So automobile companies should know that because there is a war in the Gulf, the petrol has become expensive and the customers will look for an alternative. This is how our tastes and preferences change. Or when there is a better product in the market, the company should know that customers always are looking for a better product in the market. So whenever there is a better product, the customer is definitely going to shift to that better product. Better product means a product which delivers more value than the existing one. So the company should always be sensitive to the environment and to the changing needs of the customers by defining the business from the customer's point of view, not from company's point of view. If Nokia says that they are into marketing communication devices, they would have definitely worked on adding more and more value to those communication devices, which they did not. So it is very important to define the business from the customer's point of view, not from the company's point of view. And that is how you can remain always sensitive to the changing needs of customers and buyers. Thank you.
Okay.
Any other question?
Yeah, another question. Can you share us the current situations of the small business in India in terms of their marketing strategy?
Well, small businesses in India actually they differentiate their product so well from that of competitors, and they charge a higher price for that differentiated product. So they add more value to the product. They deliver more value to their customers, and they also charge higher price. And because their products are unique, people are ready to pay more price. People are ready to pay more money to the companies because the products are unique. And because the businesses, as you said, are small businesses, they don't have much of production capacity. So they want to earn maximum money from the existing production capacity. So they differentiate their products very well from that of competition and charge a higher price, which the customers willingly buy because the product delivers more value than the competitors. So this is generally a strategy which is applied by small businesses in India. A differentiation strategy, make their product different from that of competitors. So they have their own set of customers who like
Hello,
their
Dr.
product.
Makarand.
Yeah.
It seems you lost your audio.
Okay. Am I audible now? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
I'm audible now?
Yeah, you had like 5 seconds off.
Okay, I don't know. Probably I lost some connection.
Yeah. So I will go to the chat room. There is a question from Nandi Junaidi. He said
Right.
that the market have completely changed now. Previously, people used to get a phone and expect it to last at least for 5 years, and now it's completely different. Previously, durability was the main focus while getting a phone, and now it's just becoming features, which not good, not only for brand like Nokia, but also for nature. Okay. The question is, what should be done and improved by brand like Nokia apart from following technological developments in addition to being the market leader again and surviving with the current conditions? So you get the point from
Yeah.
Nandi's questions? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, that's why I said we need to be very sensitive to the changing behavior of our customers. Earlier, people used to keep a phone for 5 years with them, but now they keep it only for 1 year because phone is today is not just a communication device for a customer. It is not just a communication device. It has become an important accessory which we carry with ourselves. You got it? A mobile phone has become an important accessory which we carry with ourselves. It is like a wristwatch or a spect or your shoes or the belt or probably or your clothes also. So it has become a part of your body, accessory on your body. And imagine you as a customer, you would like to wear different clothes all the time. You would like to have a designer wristwatch. You would like to wear designer shoes, footwear. You would like to wear latest brands, latest style, latest fashion. So the same applies with mobile phones also. Because they have become an important accessory that you carry all the time with you, you also want that to be of latest fashion or a latest model you want of a mobile phone also. Yes, this behavior of humans is not good for the environment because a lot of electronic waste is being produced nowadays because of computers, laptops, and mobile phones. A lot of electronic waste is being produced, which is certainly not good for the environment. But then many countries, like in India also, we have a policy of disposing of electronic waste and recycling that waste. So this electronic waste of used mobile phones or computers or laptops is not thrown away in the environment. They are collected properly and recycled. So that is saving the environment. Now, as far as the company like Nokia, the brand has already taken a beating. They will probably have to come up with some extraordinary technology in handset, which I also don't know. I also can't imagine. Nokia will have to imagine that what can be the best mobile phone which the customers would like to buy, and then come up with that technology. So first they will have to develop the technology, and then with that technology, they will have to develop the mobile phone handset. Now, what technology that will be, I don't know. I know I can suggest them this: have a spec like this, which can act like a mobile phone. That I can suggest. We use so many. Now Apple has come up with a wristwatch, which we can use as a phone. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
The last 2 seconds off.
Okay. Because I got a message that my connection is unstable, so that's why I asked. Apple has come up with a technology where you can use your wristwatch also as a phone, right?
Yeah.
So Nokia can come up with some specs which can be used as phone or something else. People given a choice will not like to carry this all the time with them. It is heavy, you have to carry it on your pockets all the time, and it is cumbersome. I find it very cumbersome to carry this model all the time with me. So if Nokia can provide me a solution like this, that I wear my specs and which I can double up, use it as a mobile phone, I'll be very, very happy. I will buy Nokia phone also, which can double up as my specs. So this is how Nokia will have to think. Absolutely out of the world kind of thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Another question from Fahmi Abdul Jabbar. Does marketing myopia have any weaknesses in this era?
Sorry, I did not get the question properly.
Yeah, me too. So maybe I'd like to make it clear, Fahmi.
Weakness in this era. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. When the marketing myopia comes in this era, what the companies must do to solve the problem?
If the marketing myopia comes, companies cannot do anything. Companies always will have to avoid getting into marketing myopia. And you can avoid marketing myopia by remaining sensitive to the environment and remaining sensitive to the changing tastes and preferences of the customers. So if you keep these two things in mind, to be sensitive and not close your eyes and ears, then you can always avoid marketing myopia. Yeah.
Okay. One question from my Android from the students. How we change our marketing program after facing marketing failure?
Okay. See, marketing failure is a very common phenomena which happens with almost all the companies. No company is perfect. Because who runs the companies? We humans only run the companies, and no human is perfect. So like any other human being, companies also commit mistakes, and then they have to learn from their mistakes. They have to learn from their mistakes and change their marketing programs accordingly. So learning from the mistakes is the only way out. Learning from the mistakes is the only way out. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like invite again all participants, students, and lecturers to give questions for Dr. Makarand Joshi. We still have like 5 minutes. One questions again from my students, Dr. Makarand Joshi.
Yeah.
What about the online marketing strategy? What is the current situations in India using that platform?
Yeah. In India, online marketing or e-commerce that we call it has flourished during the pandemic currently, because people are not going out of their homes and doing shopping and all. Most of the shops are closed. So people are mostly buying through online shopping only. So as I said, that when the environment changes, it becomes an opportunity for some companies and a threat for some companies. So this pandemic has been a huge opportunity for online companies, because people are not going out of their homes, they are buying everything online. So this has become a very good opportunity for online e-commerce companies like, say, Amazon. We have Amazon here. Probably you also might be having in Indonesia. Amazon, then we have Flipkart. Then there are some local Indian companies. They are doing pretty well in online marketing.
Okay. Two questions from the chat room.
Yeah.
Apun Pao Chao. I'm sorry if I make mistake in pronunciations your name. What are advantages of marketing myopia?
Yeah. He's a student of, he's my student, Apurva Podwal. Marketing myopia, there are no advantages. All are disadvantages of marketing myopia, because the companies close down due to marketing myopia. The companies have to close down. So there are no advantages, all disadvantages.
Okay. Next question from Miss Winda Dwi Astuti. Could you tell about one of the loyalty program of the brand in India to make a long relationship with their customers?
Okay. Customer relationship management is a different issue altogether. I would share, and many companies have their own customer relationship strategies to bring in loyalties. I'll share my own experience with a company. There is a company called West Side. It is a Tata Group company. West Side. It's an apparel company, ready-made apparel company. So they have given me one loyalty card. Okay. And they wish me every year on my birthday, which happens to be in December, in the month of December. And entire December, whatever purchase I make, for the entire December month, since it is my birthday month, whatever purchases I make, I get a special discount of 20% on all the purchases I make. So that is one of the examples of a loyalty program. And I do ensure that I buy my bulk of apparels for my entire family during that December month because I get a good discount. So this is one of the ways of ensuring customer loyalty. There are many other ways. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the last question. We are entering the end of our today's sessions, Dr. Makarand Joshi. Thank you again for giving us your very insightful lecturings today. And then I'd like also to say thank you for all participants, yeah, from India and from Indonesia. Once again, I'd like to remind you these sessions are part of our Connect Knowledge Exchange series under MOU between Universitas Muhammadiyah Jakarta, Indonesia and Ajenkia Dipatil University. We are still have these sessions until May 7th. So there will be another lecturers from ADYPU University in India until May 7th. So I'd like to invite you again tomorrow until May 7th. Okay, Dr. Kirti, is there something from you to say?
No, thank you. Thank you very much, Amin, to make the arrangement for today's session. And it was wonderful session by Dr. Makarand Joshi. And there were so many questions put by students. Previously, I saw they were a little bit, was not asking, but now there are so many questions in the chat box which had been poured out. And attendance nearly reached 150, a great attendance. And I think so it's live YouTube too.
Yeah, I forgot to.
So many of your students might be in the YouTube, right? Watching through YouTube.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kirti Langgani. Dr. Octaviana, you want to say something?
Okay, I would like to thank to Dr. Makarand Joshi for a very insightful marketing myopia session, and I also had a question and already answered by Dr. Makarand. Thank you, Dr. Makarand. That's so inspiring for us, and thank you, Dr. Kirti Langgani, for joining this session. I think we can wait the next session until May 7th. Thank you. I give
Okay,
back
thank
to
you, Dr. Octaviana. So for the tomorrow sessions, there will be Dr. Vidya Nagre. Yeah.
Right.
The
Yes.
topic will be language dynamics for the successful business.
Yes.
Yeah. So once again, I'd like to invite all participants from Indonesia, from UMJ, and from India, from DPU India, to join again for tomorrow's sessions. Thank you. See you.
Sir, can we have a snap like last time with the students?
Yeah. Please open your video. We're going to have like a family pictures. Okay. Okay, I start from the first slide from the first window. Yeah, I'd like to invite Ibu Amina Swarnawati to open your video. And Prachi Jain, Suraj Kumar. Yeah, okay, very good. Very good. Setia Amelia, Uus. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay, next slide.
Oh, I think so. There are so many windows open now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's good for the family's pictures. We are family now. Okay, wait. Okay. Second slide. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay. Let the admin save the photos first. And then the third slide. Okay. Miss Shiva, please open your video. Miss Shiva will be the moderator for tomorrow's sessions. Miss Jamiati. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. First slide. Cheese. Okay. The admin will save the photo.
I can see here so many windows are open. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 slides we have to move to click the photographs. Great.
Yeah. The fifth slide, please open your video.
Fifth too.
Yeah, we have until 7 slides. If I'm not
Ooh.
mistaken. Yeah.
I think so. More than 100 windows are open today.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, last slide. Yeah. Please open your video. Cheese. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Thank you, everyone. Please come again for tomorrow sessions. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Dr. Octavinaya. Thank you, Dr. Amin, for
Yeah.
this opportunity given to me. I am really, I really enjoyed this, and I hope sometime I'll come back again, and then I will have a lot of interaction with your students, with my young friends from Indonesia.
Yeah.
So I would like to speak to you all,
Yeah.
to all my young friends in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Makarand.
Yeah. And with your consent, I leave this meeting now.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Octavinaya.
Thank you.
Let's
See you soon.
close our today's session by saying hamdalah all together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Alhamdulillah.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Mr. Amin.